to the Know Your AI pod by Metrum AI. I'm here with Clay. Chetan, he usually comes on later for a special guest episode. He's joining us for the main episode today. We're going to start off by doing a fresh stack of the week. Clay's been kind of working on, making imagery and video come alive with audio capabilities. And I know you guys saw on our prior episodes, we've been working with humanoid robots, particularly Jivan, where we've got the humanoid robot talking to our AI agent for infrastructure monitoring in data centers. But that AI agent needs somebody to physically interact with the servers to fix them. And so that's why we have Jivan. We're trying to bring Jivan to life with some audio capability. Clay, how's that coming?
It's going well. We did a little photo shoot for him at Dell the other week and made some good clips. And so we were seeing how we could replicate that with these new AI tools that have come out this last week. First, we're going to share this cool video of Jivan out there at the Dell campus in Round Rock, Texas, and we'll get it going. Yeah, so as you can see there, we got them racking and stacking servers in the Dell server room. Everyone was pretty excited about it. It was pretty cool to showcase some of those capabilities for the team over there and get some cool shots of Jivan out in the world. And so from this, we were like, let's take some of the tools that were available this week, specifically the OpenAI image gen feature that has been taking the world by storm, and even more specifically, the Studio Ghibli effect that everyone seems to be loving right now. So using just text, we're going to render a video very similar to the one you're seeing here. So it has no image prompting, but just text. And here's that video.
Update log analyzer. Server is stacked and ready to be deployed.
Yeah, Clay, and I think as our audience knows, many data centers are co-located with affordable energy, which means they're outside, big centers of communities and cities. And therefore, you kind of have to bring talent to monitor the data center to ensure you get that 100% upside or uptime, I should say. In that way, it's, what we could enable people to do is remotely monitor with our AI agent, the server infrastructure, and then not only have to be, when an event occurs that requires a physical interaction with the infrastructure, then we can actually enable a humanoid robot to intercept as well. And that allows people to kind of live where their family is, where there's great schools, where they're comfortable, or their hometown, and then do, an overwhelming amount of the job offsite as well. And so really cool value prop. Also, nobody likes shift work, 24/7 shift work, but that's how these data centers have to run. They're high value assets. They have to run 24/7. And, for that reason, you can even alleviate the shift work challenges as well. So huge value proposition when you pair, our data center AI agent with a humanoid robot here, and fun new tech stack of the week.
Yeah.
As well.
Also, you may have noticed the Kling AI watermark on the bottom of that video. And I just want to highlight that image was generated with the OpenAI and then put into Kling AI, which has added some new features like DeepSeek V3 to bring that to life. So it was a combination of the few, but it was the Studio Ghibli effect was the OpenAI.
But this was really, in my opinion, a distraction this week, because what happened in the AI community this week is, we started seeing Google release their new models in production. And while everybody's been excited about OpenAI's image gen capability and what you can do to that if you pair it with other cool tools, as Clay did, the real kind of news cycle around AI is the advancement of Google's models and their portfolio as well. And one of the things that Chetan's been working on this week is he ran some tests on the latest Google models. Also, DeepSeek V3 released an upgrade as well. And so what we thought is, why don't we take, state-of-the-art Google release with state-of-the-art DeepSeek V3 release and look at those models and see how they perform on a set of Know Your AI tests. And so Chetan, can you share any learnings?
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. So just to recap a little bit on the background, our team has been working on the latest version of Metrum Insights. So Metrum Insights has two major areas that we provide insights on. One is the temporal performance of AI models and pipelines, which is basically things like how fast it is, for example, how many tokens per second, requests per second, images per second, and so on and so forth. So that's the temporal side, measurement in time. We also have a KYAI module, which has the measurement in space, which is the accuracy and some of the other metrics. And our team has been working on a newer version of that. So earlier this week, I had a brief session where I shared our results with the latest version of the KYAI with the DeepSeek model, DeepSeek V3 0324, the March 24th, 2025 release versus the previous version of the same model, DeepSeek V3. And we were able to see a reasonably good performance improvement. We just tested with one data set, which is the MMLU-Pro data set. That's what we use. So keeping in mind that consistency, I also wanted to compare that with how well is the Google model, which was just released like a day or two after the DeepSeek version. How well does that stack up, the Gemini Pro 2.5 version? So I have some exciting early results to share. And as I said, this is only with one data set. We have multiple data sets that we support out of the box across different tasks and different domains. But right now we're just using MMLU-Pro as a general purpose assessment mechanism. So I'm going to share my results with everyone here. So as you can see here, the legend is the models are the abbreviated versions, because sometimes the Hugging Face versions are pretty large. This is the DeepSeek V3 is the latest 0324, and the Gemma-3 abbreviation is for the Gemini 2.5 Pro model, which was just recently released. So you can see here like a substantial improvement over DeepSeek V3 0324, which is pretty impressive, I think, considering how good DeepSeek itself is. So I think that's a pretty major milestone. And some of the other exciting stuff that we are continuing to work on, and our team is continuing to work on, is being able to provide AI insights, not just on the language part of it, but as these models are all multimodal, being able to do KYAI or the quality assessment on the vision, the computer vision, or even visual generative AI vision models, as well as speech to text type of models. So we have actually good depth of coverage across all these three areas, and will soon be having more demos of all these three capabilities with the latest models and different pipelines as well.
Huge jump in factual coherence there on the Gemini 2.5 Pro model versus DeepSeek V3's March 24th release. So anyhow, I think there's a lot of debate around China leadership, and the teams in China have done a fantastic job, and they have massive, really talented teams over in China. A ton of engineers that they produce, more graduates than any country in the world. And they've been doing some great work on their models. It's good to see Google, who's got a lot of core capability and advantages in this space, translate that to a highly performant model. But unfortunately, what stole the show is Japanese anime this week, and there is some conversation about the rights associated with that imagery. I believe Japan implemented some laws recently that allowed AI models, foundational models, to train on imagery data sets, and so maybe that's a reason we see the particular Japanese anime images at scale today. But I know there's also been some litigation in the market around applications based on those as well. So there's a little bit of dynamics involved on that new hype trend. So Chetan, great to bring us back to reality, accuracy, performant metrics on two of the latest best models in the world. And Clay, thanks for bringing us the social media buzz.
Oh yeah.
And giving a little teaser on how we at Metrum AI are not only building AI agents for enterprise applications, but integrating them with humanoid robots, so we can really solve some of the challenges. And what we're really focusing our humanoid robot efforts on is those dull, dangerous, and boring jobs, right? So that or dull, dangerous, and dirty is really the 3Ds that we're looking for. But yeah, that's really where we're focused on the humanoid robot, jobs that humans won't be enticed to do as well. And where there's dangerous, those server racks are getting heavy. You start packing B200 GPUs in them and liquid cooling, and it even gets heavier and heavier as well. So thanks for checking out our updates this week.